Hello there, YouTube. This is Transformers fan G138, and I'm here with my initial thoughts on LEGO Set 71312, the Mask Maker Ekimu. So this set was actually pretty cool. It's the taller one of these two. The smaller one is the previous release of Ekimu from the last year's wave. This Ekimu also comes with a new version of Umarak the Hunter's mask. It's like a fiery glowing red one. No significance in the story yet, but I feel like this is a really cool version of the Mask of Shadows that could be very well used by Makuta. It's got his theme colors. So I think this might look good on the new Makuta set. And by new Makuta set, I mean the Combiner, because we're not getting one because they canceled Bionicle. I'm not sore about that or anything. I think they should at least release the Mask of Ultimate Power. But that's my thought. Anyway, this mask looks pretty cool and corrupted, and I mean, the original one did a pretty good job of that itself, but Mask of Shadows. This figure does feature a really cool painted chest plate that includes all the symbols so far used. These are the 6 new symbols are mixed in here, and there's a couple of new symbols, and then of course I believe this is a forge symbol on his chest, but I believe this is what they're using for light in the series as well, because he tapped into the power of light in Journey to 1. Now, Journey to 1, they rewrote the ending, so it actually had a conclusion, so I gotta give them credit on that. So it was a little delayed, but they gave it an ending, although the ending they gave, there's mixed feelings about, but hey, we got an ending. It wasn't to be continued, unlike G1. Moment of silence, please. Okay, now moving on. The actual figure himself is actually a pretty fun build. I was very surprised when I got him out of the package and started building him that he had not only the new gimmick for the waist, which is okay, but he also has the 2015 gimmick of his arm with the ball and socket and everything. They did a really good job of tying both these in here. Plus the gold on the back really ties it all in. Now originally I was like, ooh, there's a little too much blue, but significance through the story, it makes sense. Although, as cool as it is to have a translucent blue version of this mask, I almost feel like to break up that blue a little bit, the original mask might work. Even then, his shoulders, I don't know, there's not really a good balance of color, I think. I think he needed more gold on his abdomen. But overall, he's still pretty cool. He's got the green eye piping with the old brain stock, which is weird considering they just released the new brain stock that didn't have the lever, but hey, they did get a little functionality of the shield. This no longer freely spins like the original Ekimu's, but the new translucent blue is pretty cool, and he uses the power of light, which that's kind of cool. So he's kind of, and they even wrote a line in there saying, "No, I am not the toe of light," but essentially it sounded like he's borrowing the toe of light's power temporarily. So like he just kind of skipped over a whole story arc himself by intervening, which is kind of neat, I suppose, but at the same time, I'd love to see a new character instead of another rehash of a character we've already have. It's one of my problems with Umarak. We got a second Umarak, but no Makuta. We got a second Ekimu, but no Makuta. I'm going to keep saying that because I really think we should have got a Makuta. Should we got what one was in the show, or what one we can build. Maybe. But I'm more sure we're not getting the Mask of Power, because we can always build the Makuta. But I digress. Overall, pretty cool figure. It was a fun build. It was like a combination between the 2015 sets and the current sets with the new chest plates. His hammer also changed. It no longer has a shooter in it. It's got these crystal glow. It's pretty cool, I think. But I do miss the shooting ability of the original one. But with a little tweaking, I'm sure you could mount that inside there too. Well, that's one thing I did want to mention about how the shield attached. A lot of the shields in the 15 line were just like this, just kind of set into their hands. This guy came up with a new thing, and I feel like they added more parts in here just to be able to do this. He's got this whole 4-piece mechanism here. Sorry about that. That just kind of like adds a little extra motion, and you can put it on any which way you want, and you can put it on any of the combiner things. You can even put it on regular Lego after this point. Man. So, overall, pretty cool, and I gotta say, I really like how this guy looks in general with the blue. At certain angles, he looks really good. Like, right now on the camera, he looks sharp, but if I look at him with the light, he's not that great. But if I remove the light from me, I get what the camera is seeing, which is fantastic. Overall, I do really dig the blue on this guy. In the mask, you really can see all the details, the way it's carved in. I was worried you were going to lose a little bit of that being translucent, but it's all very visible. Same with the whole chest plate. Overall, I don't really have many complaints. It was a fun build. I wish they did something with the back of the legs, but because they added the extra gimmick here and here, I think that was sacrificed. That being said, still a pretty cool build. It was available on LEGO until last week. I went to the LEGO store in Disney. That's why I'm so behind on these. I didn't order them ahead of time like I normally do. Figure Bionicle would be cool. The instructions are pretty easy to follow, although I missed somehow 3 pages of this while I was building them, and had to go back and redo those 3 pages, because I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't build that. I think they just stuck together. I was tired when I built it too. But, pretty cool artwork. Umarak the Destroyer in the background, the new version. And Old Tahu, advertising win. Then multiple languages. Overall, pretty cool set. There's your number if you're looking for them. I definitely think this is worth picking up if you're a Bionicle fan. Even if you're mad that the series is end, show them that you would still be willing to buy the sets. Because that's the only way they could possibly ever bring this series back. We'll probably start with a brand new story yet again, but you know, it was good while it lasted. They were just starting to get really deep into the story, and that's the part I think they should have started with, and it wouldn't have been as disastrous. That's my opinion, but with kids having attention problems and video games, good stories just don't seem to cut it anymore, which is just partially a shame. But that being said, I also think another failure was the fact that all these figures were minimum of $15 for anything good, where in the original series it was $7 for a canister, or maximum I think you ever paid was $12.99 for a Toa. And I feel like you could have got a lot better looking ones if you reduced it a little bit, kind of like they did with the Hero Factory, because those are still $12 at the end. If you did that, I think they would have sold a lot more. That $15.99 and that $19.99 price tag, depending on where you're located, was too much, I think, to make this a successful line. Even though we did have the $10.99 priced protectors and other things, I think they were overdone too. I think they could have been easily done for $8.99. For most of them, I like the creatures. I think the creatures could have just stayed as are, but the protectors for sure didn't need half the armor they did. But that is my theory about Bionicle and why it was unsuccessful. I'm curious to hear yours. Please post a comment down below. Make this a discussion. I'd love to know what your opinions are. That's my take on this character as well. I kind of went into Bionicle a little too much there. I'll be posting another one of these for Lava Beast at the same time. I've yet to build Umarak, Storm Beast, or Quake Beast. I do have them here. I bought them all at the same time at the LEGO store in Disney. I went back the next day and they literally removed the Bionicle section. There was not a single Bionicle left in the store. Went from having full stock of everything to not one thing at all. So I think LEGO might have jumped the gun on the popularity of Bionicle, but that's my opinion. Again with my opinions. And with that, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.